Alright, we are live. I never know when to start talking because it has to go through like this test to make sure that we're live. The only way I can know for sure is whenever the little thing pops up here and says live, but I think it actually starts a little bit before that. So if there's ever that awkward silence when you're rewatching this, that's why. Hey, appreciate everybody out there in the chat who has joined. We're going to kick things off, get right back into where Salty Air left off, which was raging at the AI for what they did, which was their raise and scoot type mentality that just frustrates me more than anything else in the world, pretty much. Frustrates me more than anything than getting Sextus killed in my Attila campaign. How about that? Alright, I think we're ready to end a turn. I don't want to research any technologies, and I don't think I want to repair those buildings at the moment.
Blade Lord, at your service.
Yeah, the stream was delayed today. I originally had it scheduled for 9:30 a.m. my time. Ooh, wow. It's Barfazar Gelt, and some really? These guys have that good of a chance? I mean, this is Balthasar Gelt. How much of a chance do you all think Balthasar stands against Groot and Appius? I'm guessing very little. Very, very little. They do have the Hammer of Witches and that rocket thing and the Templehof Luminarchs. We'll have to keep our wits about us on that one. It is terrain is world roots, so we're going to be fighting underground, which ought to favor me, I would think, if anything. Yeah, the stream got delayed, and it's because I woke up this morning and realized that Captain Awesome and I needed to go skeet shooting because the range is about to close for the holiday, so we got out to go shoot some skeets. I rearranged it to where I'd stream afternoon my time rather than morning. So that's why the stream got delayed, in case anybody was wondering. Air was out being a hillbilly with a shotgun, so that's kind of how it works. Now they do have those magic bullets, or the silver bullets that shoot the magic ammo, so we're going to have to watch out for those. Those guys are going to be extremely dangerous to our tree men and our lord. Most of our units in general are going to be somewhat vulnerable to magic, but we do have very long range, which should help us, and I got plenty of wild riders as well. Let's see, let's get some dryads out here. Get things kicked off right with a battle here. Group these guys up. Let's actually take group 1, let's add our lord to it. There we go. Group 2, Wild Riders in Group 3. Appius, you get your own group, buddy. Remember you're special. Alright, for Athel Lauren, that's right. Let's do this thing. Let's kick the crap out of some Empire pansies. Oh, I'm so worried about the, flaming damage? Yeesh. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit worried about their cannons, and I don't have any flying units to go get on top of them. We could take a lot of damage from their artillery, potentially. They have a Templehof Luminarch too, that's also quite frightening. We're gonna want to get into melee very, very quickly here. I suppose I want to bring Appius up here too. Oh boy, here comes the pain. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna feel good. That's not gonna feel good at all. They have some Demigryph Knights and stuff too that we're gonna have to deal with. Okay. Alright, let's get in here and get down to business. Oh, nets of Amantok. Back up, back up. I don't want to leave my groups behind. Back up. Okay, we're going to take out the Templehof Luminarch. Okay, we got Demigryph Knights coming in. Not just any Demigryph Knights, it's the Altdorf Griffites. Let's see if... I'm going to pause it real quick because there's so much stuff going on. Let's see if Appius... Armor and leadership... Weapon damage and then missile resist. I'm not real worried about that. Hit points. Let's go ahead and drop some replenishment in right here, though. Shield of thorns, 30 armor. Yeah, let's leave it at that for now. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, the Temple Hop Luminarch is almost down. So that's a big win. Okay, my Wild Riders are in over here. Let's go ahead and charge in. Balthasar is trying to make his presence on the battlefield felt. What is this thing? Reich Marshal? Attacking. Okay, group 2, start taking out, take out the silver bullets. I think that's the silver bullets. Let's try and get my riders around the flank. And let's get my stag cavalry out of this fight. Okay, here we go. Wild Riders are through, so we're gonna go wipe out the artillery. Okay, so that's Sterling's Revenge, actually. Not the silver bullets. That's probably a good thing for me. Appius, let's keep yourself at a safe distance here, brother. Appius is getting attacked. The Reich Marshal. Let's give him some help. Okay, took out Sterling's Revenge. Start taking these guys down. Got the... Oh, crap. There's the silver bullets. Yeah, that could be problematic. This is going to be a lot nastier fight than I would like it to be. Trying to push these Wild Riders through up to here. Let's get into that Hammer of Witches. Let's take down Gelt because he's vulnerable at the moment. Get Gelt. Appius is getting beat up pretty bad. Okay, get through to the magic bullet, or the silver bullets. I keep calling them the magic bullets. We just gotta take these things off the battlefield. It's worth sacrificing some cavalry for, I think. Oh, Appius. Okay, he's gonna survive. We're good. Balthasar. Oh, that's an Arch Lector? Balthasar Gelt? What? Since when is he an Arch Lector? Okay, we're giving Balthasar a solid beating. Okay, our archers are still free. Appius is now free. Let's get him back a little. Got some stag cavalry free here, or yeah, Wild Riders. Let's pull one Wild Rider back to the back. These guys, let's just try and escape over here. We've disrupted successfully their artillery, and we're starting to break up the entire fight. So yeah, we're good. That's actually a pretty solid battle to start things off with. We just got to take down some of these unbreakable flagellant units. Flagellants units. Okay, let's just kick back and take it easy. Let's do some mystifying miasma on these flagellants to help speed them in their passing. These tree men and stuff are pretty handy. These guys took a pretty solid beating and hung in there. 79 kills, 35, 30, 114, 59, and Groot picked up 32 kills, and it's not bad at all. We've got Sigmar's sons back here as well, but we can wreck them with our archers.
Armed and ready.
Let's pull our archers up over here. Well, at least we got a nice big fun battle here against the Empire, if nothing else. We could use the pendulum. We're gonna pendulum Sigmar's sons once they get close enough. All right, Appius, release the pendulum. Oh, yeah, that was pretty good. Took off a little over 25% of their health, probably. How about we give them some mystifying asthma? let's watch these guys get wrecked. It's a little bit dark on this map, so I don't know how well we're going to be able to see them. They're getting the mystifying miasma right now. And they may be unbreakable in spirit, but their bodies are certainly breakable. Alright, so that's going to be the end of these Sigmar's sons. Sigmar has no more sons, in case anybody was wondering. There we go. You guys got any questions for me today in the chat? I'll keep an eye out for questions. Definitely appreciate all of you who joined. And I'm thinking I'm going to try and get some of these scheduled for next week, too. I get back into a normal schedule next week in terms of work. So I should be able to know more likely. Armor of Fortune, huh? I like that. That was a pretty big brawl we had going there. Right at the end of the turn. I wonder if Chaos is going to try and, or Scaling is going to try and take advantage of that because they weakened me, the Empire did. So let's see whether or not Scaling or Estalia 1 tries to take advantage of it. No. So it looks like Estallia just went ahead and ran forward, trying to get to my city. That is a ton of handgunners. Grenade launcher. Yeah, I don't feel like fighting that. They can have it. I'll catch up to him and kill him later. I don't think I'm going to ever play XCOM Sexus. I just don't know if I have the time. I'd love to play new games, but someone's saying Left's live streams for campaigns. I want to live stream this campaign. That's why I'm doing it. I may have a campaign that I don't live stream, but as I have live streamed this campaign, there's been more interaction and actually more views than it was getting whenever I just recorded it. So I know some people don't like the live stream campaign, and like I said, there will be campaigns that I do not live stream, but I'm definitely going to be doing some of it because that's the only way I have to interact with my fans and viewers, and it's a great way for me to do it. So I know there's going to be some of you that don't like it, but it is what it is.
I go then. To war!
Alright, so we're going to catch this Estallian army here. So, will I still do campaigns that aren't live streamed? Yes, I certainly will. But I'm certainly going to be live streaming campaign probably more often than not, because it's a better format for campaign than it is battles, actually, in my opinion. Because the battles I like to be cinematic. The campaign to me seems like a better opportunity to be interactive. Holy hill camp. Good gravy. I love this. I've never seen this map before, never seen anything like it. And if it was me, it would have been like grassy flatlands if they attacked me. But when it's the AI, we give them the most gigantic forest-covered hill that we can get our hands on. It's alright. You keep your hill. I got some presents for you. I got some presents for you, you dirtbags. Let's see. Let's see, you got our Laura Shadow spellcaster. I can't remember what else she has. Got our keyboard of Cookie Elf. Is Cookie Elf up on his eagle? He is. What about Tinkerbell the Evil? No, she's still down on a steed. And then we got Sextus 2.0, the Man Elf. We're gonna use Sextus to harass the crap out of these guys. We're gonna Arrows of Kurnos their world. Alright. If I approach through the woods, which we should be able to, I should outrange their handgunners pretty handily. Got my Dryads. I really need to get some Eternal Guard with shields into some of these armies. It'd be a lot handier. Let's get our Spell Singer. Put her back here. The Eagle can fly with the Glade Lord. And then the dragons, I'm going to roll them up a whole other flank. We got Smaug, Puff the Magic Dragon, and I Ate Harry Potter, in case anybody's wanting to remember the names of the dragons. Sextus the Harassing Elf. Sextus the Sexy Elf. Oh, jeez. Oh, the comments are great. Hope y'all are doing good today. I'm doing good. I had a good day. Any day I get to go out to the trap range and do some shooting is a good day for me.
Battle group, ready.
It's so relaxing. Some people might think that's funny. They're like, air, really? Gunfire is relaxing? Well, when it's not coming at me and I'm shooting skeet, then yes. In that case, it's pretty fun. So, alright, let's do this thing. Alright, Sextus. All of them are disappearing. Let's hit their artillery with it. Did it just hit the trees? I think it just hit the trees and broke up. Yeah, it's not going to work in the trees. Alright, get out of there, Sextus. Let's get these reindeer cavalry up on the hill. Someone was telling me it's not reindeer cavalry, it's stag cavalry. I know. I just call them reindeer cavalry. It's more fun that way. At least it is to me. So I'm quite aware that they're not reindeer, but they look like it. We can all believe. Ooh, what are these? Outriders with grenade launchers? Yeah, let's back up a little. Oh, the trees are going to block most of their shots. Perfect. Let's turn around and hit these guys. This is a pretty heavy forest. I'm going to push up these guys a little bit here. Actually not real worried about the grenade launchers right now. Let's start getting some of the handgunners. Let's get some Pit of Shades. Oh yeah! Choke on some of that. Lore Shadows. Let's get Sextus in over here. There we go, that Pit of Shades was pretty helpful. Let's come over here and support our dragons. Let's get Group 4 over here to help take out the enemy lord. I'm gonna get into all these guns. How the dragons doing, by the way? They're doing okay. I don't have any spell singer with Lore of Life, so that could be problematic. Alright, I'm gonna get down in here and support my dragons. Okay, dragons are getting shot up just a little bit. Put another Pit of Shades up here. Back here, get behind these guys. How are my dragons doing? Dragons are doing okay. I really need to get a spell singer Lore of Life in here, but we're okay. That Pit of Shades is a beautiful looking spell. Let's get all these guys to attack there. Alright, we're gonna clean up Estallia, I think. Fairly easy here. The grenade launchers are not so helpful here in the forest. I think they're learning the hard way. Alright, I kind of got my goon squad heading in here. There we go. Just kind of chasing all these guys down. Let's send our Great Eagle to finish off the enemy lord. And our Glade Lord can come down here and finish off the Empire Captain. There we go. There we go. Another clean victory. So that Estallian army is no longer behind our lines. If we just go ahead and mop the floor with the Empire, be done with them, we can kind of be more prepared for chaos coming down on that northern front, which they will. They're going to be coming. Should have picked up some good loot. Well, actually, Estallia had some crappy loot. What a bunch of losers. You know, I kill you and you don't even take the time to leave me a bunch of wealth?
Spice going forth.
Alright. Defeat the Lord's Army Battle Masters. Leadership plus 12 to all armies. That's pretty cool.
Glade Lord, at your service.
Yes, you are, Glade Lord. Yes, you are.
Seeking unseen paths.
So I don't know what happened to those scaling armies. They must have taken off in the opposite direction. Groot, because Sextus says... I'm going to actually try and get him back and heal up a little. Really? There's 2 more Estallian armies here? I thought that was the one that got in behind us. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on those, too. We got our 2 armies up here. Keyboard of Cookie Elf and Groot. So, should be okay. Get up an Elven Port there. I'm going to go ahead and let these guys heal 1 turn, and then we'll head to Castle Carcassonne, or Carcassonne? Yeah, Carcassonne, something like that. Alright.
Proud son of
Let's go ahead and level up some of these folks. What level is my Oak of Ages? Mr. Viking, my Oak of Ages is level 3 right now. I don't have enough amber to go up. Please invade the Chaos Waste. I will be invading the Chaos Waste, Alice. Absolutely. I'm not Alex. I'm not sure if it's going to happen on this episode, but I will be invading the Chaos Waste because it's going to be a ton of money, and we can basically get rid of all the losers up there that are pestering me. We can get a total of 18% speed between that and these other ones. That'll be kind of fun. Let's try that, see what happens when we get a ton of speed. Groot has leveled up. Let's go ahead and get regrowth, which is more healing. And then the dwellers below, direct damage. I don't even know if this direct damage spell is any good. I can't remember whether I tested it or not. Let's get regrowth, because that'll, any more healing we get is never a bad thing.
Azray.
And then Sextus, the sexy man elf here. Need to level him up. He got his piercing shots. The bottomless quiver probably won't be a bad thing. Alright. Not going to do any research. Damaged buildings. That we can probably go ahead and repair here at Montfort. The ones in the Reichland, I don't think it's safe to repair them because they'll probably just get raided again. Logan's asking if I'm going to do a Chaos campaign. I will be. I kind of saved it and then they kept releasing DLC, so I kept putting it off. But we'll do a Chaos campaign. I'm thinking probably a Kolek very hard campaign. Be what I have in mind. I'm going to retreat from this. Really don't want to fight that unless I have to. Apparently I have to. And it's saying these guys are going to absolutely throttle me. They do have quite a few great swords and halberds, but if there's any forest for me to hide in, they have a bright wizard too. My giant trees here are going to be able to give most of their stuff a face stomping. And then my cavalry should be able to get to their gunners. And their artillery won't be able to do much. I don't know. If Groot loses, then Groot's going down in a blaze of glory, baby. But I mean, I have a lot of archers and stuff. And honestly, on the open ground, those archers would be pretty good against all these outriders and stuff too. But the Empire Knights, we're going to have to defend. Open ground is going to give their mortars more potential too. The reinforcements are coming in from behind. You know, we could get right up here on top of this big hill. And they would have to fight us uphill through the forest right here, and that would be not a good position for them to assail. Okay, let's get these guys. And I wish the healing for Lord... Well, actually, I don't really wish the healing for Lord of Life could resurrect, because then the Empire would probably be absolutely OP. But in this particular case, I wish it could. That way I could be OP. Because if I had like Invocation and a Hack or something right here, we could like literally just heal up my army before the fight. I know they're going to bring in a whole bunch of like artillery and stuff.
Wild Riders!
My Wild Riders are kind of hidden right there in a tricky little spot. Okay, let's get hard group these guys. There we go. Let's get these guys. Rock out group 2 here, like standard. Appius. Let's remind myself what spells Appius has. I have the pendulum. If I can get the pendulum lined up down an infantry line on the great swords, it'll do a lot of damage, especially on an overcast. And then of course the replenishment. The pendulum should do some pretty amazing damage if we can line it up right with Appius. So I will attempt to do so. Yeah, he's deployed way down there. Some of my units are visible, so they should see me. The trees will give me good cover from their mortars, so I'm not particularly worried about the mortars. Okay.
Wild Riders!
Yeah, the AI is probably going to try and regroup all of its forces into one. We have a massive ranged advantage on these guys. We can cause an insane amount of damage. Their mortar's just sitting down there. I think I'm gonna dispatch a well, no. Okay, it's gonna be protected. I was getting ready to dispatch a cavalry unit to go deal with it. I really don't think that their mortar is gonna cause much damage to me while hidden in the forest, so I'm gonna mostly ignore it. And I've got this rock protecting a flank over here. Okay, we should be able to rip up a lot of their outriders right here. I do want to rip that Empire Knight apart. There we go. If we can shred that Empire Knight, that'll take away a pretty big threat to my archers. And if it's going to run off, I'll just go ahead and shred the outriders. Outriders with grenade launcher coming up on me. Let's kill it. Kill the outrider with grenade launcher, please. Shouldn't take long. I'm gonna come back up the hill just a little bit. Make sure my guys are good and forest covered. Alright, the Empire Knights are pushing back forward, so let's take care of that juicy target. Holy moly! Since when? They discovered my hidden units up here. I'm guessing, per usual, the chat probably saw that before I did. Come on, really? The Empire Knights are still alive? We're under some pretty heavy gunfire from that flank. Keep working some of these outriders out of the equation. There's some Empire Knights over here that'll need to be dealt with. We'll mob them with the Wild Riders. Alright, Groot and the Tree Man. Hold on, let's pause it real quick. I'm not able to click on Groot. Groot and the Tree Man start killing their lord. Let's get these archers back to a safe position. What do I got coming over here? Empire Knights, and then just some outriders with grenade launcher. Should be able to deal with the outriders. Alright, here we go. The archers back to slightly safer distance. Let's kill the Empire Knights. I keep trying to take out the guys with grenade launchers. Their Empire Knights ran away from me and kind of lured me out into open ground that I don't want to be in. So, no. Group 2, I had the wrong group selected. Let's take these guys out. Group 3, let's go ahead and get back out here because I've got them blobbed up. Just keep taking out all their guns. Missile cavalry.
Wild riders!
Over here. Okay. Trying to kill these outriders with grenade launchers. Where's Sextus? Oh, I see a nice little blob over here. Let's get Sextus over, or Appius over here, and we'll use the pendulum. Let's kind of pull back to where those guns can't get as good a shot on me. Alright, where did Appius get to? Let's drop a pendulum right here. It's overcasted also. Okay, I'm going to push back now on this flank. Yeah, we cut a pretty good swath through that group right there. I'm going to push out here with my Wild Riders. Alright, we took out the enemy Lord there. How are my tree men doing? They're all looking fairly healthy. Got a hold of those gunners. Let's swing back in and take out more gunners so that my archers can start focusing in on some of this infantry. Okay, their lord got away. That's annoying, but whatever. I'm just going to keep pushing through all their gunners here. Start firing into that infantry line. Appius, where are you at? Let's drop some healing over here. Start taking out some more of these missile cavalry. Really? Their stupid lord came back? Alright, let's bring Treebeard over here and smash their lord. These grenade launcher guys dead. Take out that wizard. Come back here and smash Jurgen. Okay, how are we doing on ammo? We're starting to run low on ammo reserves. Let's back up into this fight. Okay, we killed the enemy lord. Good job, Treebeard. Let's take out this guy. Balance of power is shifting into our favor. And Groot just smashed their wizard. Yeah, should see a general rout of the entire Estallian force. There we go. Another big victory. Don't mess with the elves. Don't mess with the elves. Appius doesn't have a vortex, I don't think, Connor. You're saying for Appius to use the vortex? All he's got is the penumbral pendulum, and we did use it once. I probably should have used it again, because there was that nice little blob of infantry, so my bad. Appius, you got 19 kills. So yeah, the pendulum, most of those forces weren't weak enough for the pendulum to cause a lot of deaths. It mostly just caused more damage, was what it did. Wow, you did help me pick up a lot of loot there, though, Appius. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, that was definitely a hairy fight. There was a lot of enemies there, but the forest, I mean, when we had the forest to block a lot of their mortars and their handgunners, it gave us a huge advantage. Plus, when you fight in the forest as the elves, certain units actually do better. Ah, Drusus, how's it going, buddy? He's asking what's going on with the KOTOR 2. I may get back to that at some point. Oh, great. Empire just confederated with Marienburg. Did Marienburg really have it? Yes, dadgummit. Now the Empire's all around me. So we're going to have to do something about that in a big hurry. So let's take Keebler to Cookie Elf. and roll out here, and we're going to just have to flatten these new Empire settlements over here, even if it costs us a little. And then Groot needs to heal pretty badly. So I'm going to get back over into this province where his healing will take place pretty quickly, and then we'll do some global recruitment soon as well. I kind of need another army, and quite honestly, I can probably afford the upkeep because I'm making so much money off of loot, and I have such a reserve built up that I may just go ahead and make a new army. Yeah, Twisted Thor saying that he really enjoys. I really enjoy Warhammer 2, Twisted Thor. This game is a lot of fun for me. It's a whole lot of fun. It's 3. All these settlements back here, like all mad. It's annoying. Is there any other research I can do that helps me from a public order standpoint? Let's take a look. Income from ports plus 400%. Wow, we will have to research that at some point. Immunity to all attrition. Well, crap, if we do that, that's going to be amazing. Holdout time, relations with undead, raising settle. Ooh, that one's going to be nice. That's a pretty good one, too. All that extra loot. Alright, so none of these are going to help me with public order, but there's a couple of these that are going to be very much worth it. This one right here, I'm not worried about the relations with the undead, but the extra income from raising and post-battle loot, that could help me support more armies, and I can see that definitely being worth its cost in amber. That one's pretty good too, 20% income from all buildings. And this immunity to attrition, if we were going to go up into the Chaos Waste, that would be huge. That would be huge. Hang on, what are you telling me to get, Appius? I see you saying global recruitment. Get one, get what? I think I'm going to go ahead and risk that extra loot from the battles, and then I don't need the attrition one yet, so let's go ahead and spend 1 amber on that. I think that'll be a worthwhile spend. And I'm going to keep smashing Estalia's face. I'm going to just start rolling down into their lands. Okay. I need the amber, and then I'd also like to have the just the ability to keep them on their back feet. Most of these folks should beg for peace soon because chaos is coming, and we can use that as an opportunity. Groot. Let's start working on this endurance of the oak, give him more hit points. Okay, and then Appius. I wish that Appius could get Pit of Shades. That'd be freaking awesome combination. But no Pit of Shades, unfortunately. Let's get him more hit points, because I sure keep almost getting him killed. So I'll work towards getting you more hit points. Damaged buildings in the Reichland, I'm not concerned. Time is 1408. There's one that reduces global recruitment time. You need it when you expand. Okay. Oh, and the Tree Council update. I'll look at it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do that. I'll look at it on the next turn here. The Empire's probably going to sue for peace. No, you don't. I'm not paying you 1 penny. I'll look at the Tree Council, but I'm pretty sure I've already done anything with the Tree Council because I only have 2 Ancient Tree Men, and like the, can Appius go on the Tree Council maybe though? I'll look. Bark and Soul. Minus 50% upkeep for Tree Men, sweet. We'll take that. I lost a Dryad in this army, I think. I'm honestly thinking about just, I don't know, the Dryads are cheap though, cheap and quick, so let's just go ahead and get the Dryad. Place it like for like. Where was the Dryad? Oh, there it is. Right, so we get the Dryad in there. Let's look at the Tree Council real quick. Yeah, sure enough. Well, we can't put Elves on the Tree Council. And Appius, it doesn't look like that heroes can be on there either. So yeah, I can't there's nothing else I can do on the tree council right now. Research rate 10%. What is he in right now? Reduces vampiric and chaos corruption. I mean, that's pretty sweet, and I'd kind of like to have that. Plus it enables trade with other factions, which may come in handy. See, I can't do anything else with the tree council right now. See, you can't put elves in the tree council. But if we recruit a new lord, we can put him in the tree council. So let's recruit a lord here. It's going to take me down some more money, but it'll be worth it. I don't want to... Ooh, there we go, range plus 12 for the lord's army. Now we're talking. Alright, let's get this tree man, awakening the wood. And we're going to do the replenish hit points. Alright, let's get his army set up. I'm going to get some, I'm going to do this army a little bit different. Thinking, let's do a few Glade Guard with shields. I can't do Dryads in this province. Definitely want a couple of dragons too. There we go, that should be a good start. Okay. Not going to do any other research right now. And we should be able to come down here and auto-resolve us an easy win. Oh, we're going to raise that crap. Welcome to the forest, punks. Alright, so we've now colonized, and we should be able to replenish pretty quickly. Welcome to the forest.
These are dark times.
Okay, we're going to siege the Empire here. It's giving them really good chances. Karl Franz is with them. They don't really have good chances. Continue
Destroy them!
And then we got recruiting going on down here for the Dryads, and then we'll branch out. I get it, we'll branch out, come finish off the Empire over here. I'm wondering if any of the other factions are maybe going to want to start coming around to me in the sense that Chaos is here.
Talk then.
Nope, not yet. I guess once Chaos starts to give everybody a bit of a beatdown, they'll start to decide that I'm really not so bad. But right now they all still hate me. Go ahead, Chaos, come. Y'all want to do a siege battle? Siege battles are kind of boring. Let's see. There we go. Get the Sunder, it reduces siege holdout time. It's a good point. Yeah, that'd be a pretty good ability. I'll try and give you all a siege battle because you're asking for it. I do skip them a lot. I skip the siege battles a lot. Okay, we're all just waiting for some... Yeah, we're just waiting to be retrained there. Bordelot. Got the castle here. Let's get the Waystone. Wait, we're replenishing still really quick, so let's not worry about the garrison replenishment. Let's go ahead and work on getting the extra stuff. Eventually, people are going to trade with me once they see the light. Okay. Alright. Alright. I think we're good. Not going to do any... well, we can do the other research, but I'm not worried about attrition right now. So... that's the siege holdout time. Let's go ahead and do that one. That way, in case we do need to siege someone out, we can do it quicker. Air needs the global recruitment reduction time upgrade. I'll take a look at it. Put her on her unicorn. Let's take one last look at some stuff too on all of our characters. If we switch over to details, let's Durthu has his Sword of Daith. We can give him a talisman. Extra 10% physical resistance would be pretty awesome. Let's do that. He's got a potion of healing, which is absurd. He's going to be ridiculously strong. Keebler to Cookie Elf. Wow, 8% physical resistance. That's a big deal too. And then a hand weapon. Ooh, that's a lot of armor piercing. Daith's Reaper. I want to give that to the giant tree dude, though. Yeah, because... Yeah, I'm thinking, well... Let's give it to this guy. Enchanted item, the potion of speed, sure, whatever. And there's nothing I can give him in here. Okay, let's move on through here. Sextus. You're gonna get the armor of silvered steel, and we'll give you a relic sword for now. And I don't know if a talisman's really gonna help you, but we'll give it to you anyway. Our new tree guy over here, there's nothing to give him. He's gonna have to go earn it. No enchanted items, no talismans. Alright, so we're gonna have to get some more magic stuff. I had to try that mod that makes it more likely for you to pick up magic items after the drop. Give the elf the charge bonus item since he's on an eagle. Yeah, we can. We can. People keep telling me to get on the council business. I recruited the new tree guy, so we'll put him on the council. How about that? Ore size, income from all buildings, branch wraith and spell singer capacity. I'm more concerned probably here about, let's see. That's only a local region, so that's not that big a deal. If we put this guy up here on the council, we can have his army like unit experience up, and we get better research rate. What is this? Melee attack, global recruitment capacity +4. Global recruitment duration -1 for all units. I think that's the one that you all want me to do. That's 2 amber, though. I don't really want to do that at the moment, so let's just wait that one out. The crickets have too many crickets. What are you talking about, Chicken Lord? Yeah, that port research should be a really good one. Once we have enough ports captured, you can make a crap load of money off of that. Alright. Let's rock and roll, Durthu. The war against Estallia continues. We're going to pummel our way right through those guys. They can either conform or die. That's all there is to that. Got our army here. Let's chase off this Estallian army, which is singled out. Alright, Groot's going to single out this Estallian army here. So let's go ahead and fight this one. Appius, you get to go back into action here. People saying I should play tabletop Warhammer. I'd just like to have the figurines. I don't even really want to play the game. I'd kind of just like to have a couple of the figurines to decorate my computer area here. That'd be pretty cool. But I don't have time to be playing the tabletop game. I barely have time to play this one. Okay. I'm going to do my standard... Whoa, oops. I didn't mean to hard group him yet. There we go. Do kind of my standard group here. Groot rocking right down the center.
Orders? Aye. Yes, aye. Ever ready.
Okay.
Battle Group 4. For Athel Lauren.
Let's actually put these guys in 2 groups.
Armed and ready. Yes.
There we go. I think we're all set. We're gonna have pretty good wins of magic. Let's take Appius out on this flank, and we'll try and get a really good pendulum in.
Armed and ready. With haste. For our lady, it is done.
There we go. I know I can buy the minis already. Someone's saying that you can buy the Warhammer figurines already painted. I know you can. I've looked at them. Holy crap, the price, man. I need to upgrade my computer and keep all the videos good before I spend money on stuff like that. I mean, the figurines look really cool, don't get me wrong. They look really nice. And it would be a lot of fun to have some. But yeah, I feel like if I'm going to be spending money on stuff, I should spend it on things that will make your experience better in the video. So like a 1440 monitor where I can do Ultra HD uploads and stuff like that would probably be what I would spend my money on.
Ready for orders.
Okay, let's roll this cavalry up this flank. Run an attack.
Wild riders.
Let's get Appius up here. Roll these guys, push these cavalry back. Okay. Take out.
Ever ready.
Take these guys out. Fight their Empire Knights. Oh, I see a good pendulum spot. Get up here, Appius. Right here, buddy.
Riders ready. Quickly.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty good pendulum. That was a pretty good one. You got 65 kills on that one, Appius. I'm gonna do some mystifying miasma there.
For the eternal realm.
That was definitely a good pendulum. One of my tree men came all the way through here. Sure enough. Oh yeah, we kicked the crap out of these guys. Let's roll back in here and wipe these guys out.
Wild riders.
Alright. I think we pretty well wiped these guys out. Their lord got through over here. He's about to rout anyway. Alright, there we go. Solid victory. There you go, Appius. I got you some kills, buddy. Yeah, 65. That wasn't a bad pendulum. Not bad. I wish I could get you Pit of Shades, man. Pit of Shades would be absolutely brutal on a set like that. Picked up some decent loot off that. Come on, magic items. No. I want more trinkets. Oh, we picked up a fire helm. Sweet. What about Appius? Did we give him any good stuff? No. There, you can have that dragon helm we just picked up. Fire resistance is actually pretty nice for a tree to pick up. So there you go. We got you a dragon helm. Let's get back into our province so we can replenish and then lash out again on the next turn. Looks like Bretonia's kind of moving in. Let's see if we can get Bretonia on our good side. Yeah, they're a trade partner. Good. This is actually happy for me. I'm glad that we've got them moving in. We'll kill them later, but it gives me someone that I don't have to worry about killing for the moment. Good question, Captain Hassan. Maybe I can just 3D print some of the figurines, but I'm guessing that Games Workshop wouldn't like getting robbed of their income there. But I wanted to get like a really sweet Karl Franz figurine or something. Holy moly, it was like $150. It was expensive. Crazy expensive. We can go ahead and repair this now. We're safe. Appius has a hat. That's true. He has a dragon hat now. Oh, is Estallia ready for a peace treaty? Look who's ready for a peace treaty. I'm thinking whether or not I should have them just completely wiped out. I think since they've made me start this, I'm going to go a little bit further. I don't think I'm ready to end the war until they're ready to offer up like all their money and children and everything else that's precious to them. Assaulted units here, but it didn't do anything, so I'm going to pop out here. Hopefully we can pick a fight with Estallia and the Empire on the next turn. How are we doing over here in the siege? They're out of supplies in 5 turns. And Durthu is well on his way over here. Durthu needs a spell singer in his army. We need to take care of that. I might swap one of the dragons to another army and pick up like a spell singer or something. Okay. Siege battle. There's probably going to be a siege battle in the next episode, is my guess, because we've got the castle besieged over there with Keebler the Cookie Elf. I like this person's idea in the chat saying to drive Estallia before me and listen to the lamentations of their women and children. That sounds about right. Those traitors. And it looks like Altdorf is going to get wrecked here. Whew, that is quite the garrison, though. That is a whole lot of dangerous units up on the wall. I'm thinking you can't even put some of these infantry up into one of the towers, so I don't know, let's start the siege here, see if we can force a fight. And we've got this siege over here. What does this one look like? So I got 3 dragons. And we can probably just bust through the walls. Karl Franz is defending. Got some flagellants. Those mortars could be problems. We've seen what happens when you get bunched up trying to break through and mortars get a hold of you. That could definitely be a problem. I don't have a Lore of Life Spellsinger or any giant trees here either. I mean, I got a lot of nice flying units, but I couldn't really heal my key characters, and they can die fairly easy, so that concerns me a little bit.
To arms!
So I'm going to play it safe here. I don't want to lose my army. We could probably send this army over as reinforcements, and then we'd have a giant tree and more dragons. And surely that would get the job done. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and, before we finish building these guys up, let's just force march them over here to reinforce. Oh, look at these buttholes went around me. They're going to try and get the Helmgart.
I'll ignore that.
You can ignore it all you want, but... yeah, whatever. I'm going to let them go around me for the moment. They can enjoy it while it lasts. Durthu is in a position to destroy Bilbali here. That's going to give us another port. We're going to raise the crap out of it. Ruby Ring of Ruin. We get a fireball spell? Oh, Appius, I think you need a fireball. I think you need a fireball, buddy. A tree shooting fireballs? How uncommon is that? Look at that, they're gonna let a tree shoot fireballs. That seems kind of backwards, but we're gonna make it happen. Just for irony's sake. Your cool pendulum earned you a ring of fire. Okay, I think we're just about out of time for this episode too. Any questions for me before the end of the episode? Any questions, let me know. Durthu. Let's finish off Violent Delights. 654 weapon damage. I like it. And then I think we can do Endurance of the Oak. So let's see, I've got 3 levels left, which should total out to 6 skill points. So we could do Endurance of the Oak. Extra melee. I don't think we really need all the extra melee attack and stuff, as much as Impenetrable Bark would make him ridiculous. Like 30 more armor would be sick. So I think we're going to use those last 6 points on Endurance of Oak and Impenetrable Bark. I think that'll be... yeah, I'm not worried about Lightning Strike or any of the other stuff either. Alright, here come some of the questions. Do I have any New Year's resolutions? Probably not to be so lazy and out of shape. I need to fix that. Name a dragon Heir of Carthage. That's actually a pretty good idea. Yes, Mongoose, I do work with industrial engineers. They want me to pay them for military access? No thanks. I am a mechanical engineer, but I work as an industrial engineer in logistics, and I work around a lot of other industrial engineers. It's really a good degree. If Tomb Kings are your most anticipated race, what's my second pick? Ooh. If lizardmen get dinosaurs, probably that. So, yeah, I don't feel like playing this either. I don't know, though. We could probably kill their outriders. We got the Deepwood Scouts. Should we fight one more just for fun? Let's see if we can win this. We may not be able to. Favorite Total War? I've answered this one a few times, Deadcrafter. It's Warhammer, and it's because it has the best features, the most unique factions, and the most replayability. If it was time period that I was judging things on, it would probably be Rome Total War. Here's our standard map. I'm gonna hide a bunch of stuff in the forest and kite these guys to Kingdom Come. How come my guys aren't hidden up here? Dryads can hide in forest, right? I mean, they ought to blend in pretty well. Let's put our eagle up here. Treekin. I might be able to use my Hawk Riders to get rid of a bunch of their outriders with grenade launchers. I'm gonna have to watch out for their handgunners because I think they outrange me. Yeah, 145 to 140, so it's pretty close. What's the range of my Deepwood Scouts? 160. I don't want my Deepwood Scouts to be seen. Stupid fireball actually hit me. Dumb wizard. I'm not gonna let your handgunners shoot me, so you all can keep dreaming. Well, I said I wasn't gonna let them shoot me, I let them shoot me. Wow, we're getting all kinds of shot now. Just gonna lure these guys out here. I don't think this is gonna be winnable. I'll probably just give up on it in a second. What if we kill the Bright Wizard with our eagle? Since we got everything chasing our hawks out here. Let's keep luring all these guys out to the side. We'll bring our eagle in and try and kill their wizard. Oh, yeah, that's handgunners, by the way. Let's try and avoid some of that. Okay, I've got a lot of attention over here. Okay, now some of their forces are trying to regroup back to their wizard. Let's try and take these guys out. Let's fall back. Actually, let's get our eagle into their handgunners and then try and shoot down their outriders. Let's fall back for a second. Okay, let's swing on over this way. I really need to keep my archers around.
Immediately. Ever ready. At pace.
Yeah, the fewer of these guys that die, the better.
Straight away. Orders as you command.
There we go. My eagle got into their handgunners. Let's go help finish off the handgunners.
Armed and ready.
There we go. We'll let our infantry tank some of the hits. There we go. We got another outrider headed over, so we're gonna have to try and finish off these ones. Alright, we got rid of some of the outriders here. If we can kill the enemy lord and heroes, that might make a big difference too. Would you rout already? Alright, the handgunners ought to drop in a big hurry right here. Because they are very much overwhelmed.
This instant.
Let's get back in the air. There's a lot more annoying outriders here than I would like.
Ever ready.
But we should be able to kill a lot of the Outriders by shielding with our Dryads and then shooting them with our bows. Let's kind of shield this over here too. Let's go get rid of their mortar. We'll get rid of those. Alright, our Dryads are going to take a bit of a beating, but our Treekin will be pretty survivable here. Look at this, my Hawk Riders are just shooting straight into the back of these guys, and it's not causing hardly any damage. Hawk Riders appear to be pretty bad with their skirmishing ability, which you would think would be their main focus. Dryads are obviously not very bulletproof. So we can run some of these guys down real quick. My Treekin definitely need to not get shot as much as possible. The Dryads, I think, are more expendable. Alright, we got those guys. Let's see if we can maybe catch these Outriders right here. Actually, let's go get those handgunners that regrouped. Where's my Eagle at? Oh, he's taking out the artillery. Not nearly fast enough either. Okay, scoot up. Don't shoot from so far away. Scoot up. Get better shots. There we go. So we've killed a considerable number of Outriders. And the Outriders were going to be one of their main strengths. You're not the only one. Alright, I don't want to just sit back and take it from the handgunners, so I'm going to go attack their lord. And I'll use the Dryads to chase handgunners off, and then use my Deepwood Scouts to push off their remaining Outriders. How is their artillery still firing? Seems kind of ludicrous. Okay, push up. Chase these gunners. Caught those Outriders. Don't fire at will. Let me choose your target, please. Okay, let's get in here and help get rid of the enemy units. Stop wasting your ammo. Fire at these guys. Okay. I'm gonna back charge some of these swordsmen. There we go. Get rid of the rest of these regrouped Outriders. Let's charge these swordsmen in the back, and let's start. I need to start cycle charging the. Go chase these gunners. Get them off my case. Alright, my bows are out of ammo. Go chase the gunners. If we can cycle charge their lord to death with the eagle, which we might be able to do, pretty much wreck their swordsmen over here. Let's cycle charge there. Alright, eagles back up. Cycle charge. Let's chase off this shooter cavalry with one of our bows. Let's cycle charge. I'm just going to start cycle charging with all my birds. Chase these guys off station. Alright, my eagle got left on the ground a little too long there. Let's try and pile in more Treekin. Alright, let these bows keep those guys away and come back and help me out. Not causing near as much charge damage as I'd like here against this Master of the Court or whatever his name is. Let's try and take out the Empire Captain. We are causing damage, though. If we can get rid of the Empire Captain, we've got a real chance. That fireball missed, so that was fortunate. guys away from me. Hawk Rider's cycle charge, Eagle cycle charge, Treekin, attack the Empire Captain, cycle charge the Empire Captain. Let's get rid of that thing. Alright, I think we're gonna get rid of the Empire Captain, maybe? My Treekin are starting to lose, though. It's not good. Come on, get out of there, Eagle. Get out of there, Eagle. Alright, we got rid of the Empire Captain. I'm gonna try and cycle charge some more. Those guys push back. Making them waste their ammo on my archers, so that's worthwhile. Come on. I need that Treekin unit back, but it's gonna have to regroup first, if it'll regroup. See if we can keep charging. I'm losing my Hawk Riders here too. I missed the charge there. Let's get out. Let's turn around and charge again. Let's bring this Treekin back in. There, we got a solid charge with the Eagle. Come on, get out of there, Eagle. Charge him. There we go. Put a good charge on him. I do forget that we have a lot of arrows left. Let's try and use them. Got another good charge there. Their Lord's starting to waver. Might very well be able to pull this off. Yep, we did it. We did it. You all kill the Empire Captain. You all kill that Master of the Court. You all kill the Wizard. There we go. So that was good. Actually managed a victory there. We'll take it. Let's just fast forward, see if we can wipe these guys out. Well, I'd say this was a pretty successful episode. We expanded, we defeated many enemies, weakened our enemies considerably. Some are begging for peace, though I'm not quite finished with them yet. But I definitely feel like this was a good episode. We had a pretty rough episode a little while back. Geez, how long does it take to kill a routing lord? .214 and he's still alive? I think that maybe just the animations of the eagles make it hard to get hits on these guys or something. There we go. Just keep fast forwarding until we get it. I thought Smaug ate the wizard. I wish he would. I wish he would. Wipe them out, all of them? Yeah, something like that. Is that guy dead yet? Okay, I think we got all the important units dead. How about that, Lupio, Master of the Court? We're like Master of nothing. Get the heck out. Don't forget to save the game. Thanks, Disciple of Ares. Appreciate it. I will save the game. Wow, we got some loot off of that. That was awesome. And we picked up the brass cleaver, too. So sweet, we got another weapon out there. Let's, Appius, how do you feel about a brass cleaver, buddy? Does that sound nice? Eight melee attack for everybody in range. That's pretty sweet. Alright. Let's go up here and give Appius his cleaver. Looks like we got hit by an agent here because there's some damage on some of our units. Altdorf's going to run out of supplies, though, so they either have to fight me or they have to die. So Next episode, I will try and throw in a siege for y'all, because I know that some of you were asking for it. There you go, Appius. I got you a fancy new weapon, a brass cleaver. I don't know how many times you need to cleave brass, but if you need to, there you go. And no, it is not brass cleavage, Rod McDonald. The two are not to be confused.
Elves and bestial.
Got some Jagged Horde tribe that's going to need a beating here soon, too. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I know I had a lot of fun with it. There's more beastmen up here, too, so we got beastmen to deal with. And it looks like this just got wrecked by some kind of chaos faction, so I kind of like this as a defensive point to kind of hole up against chaos because they have to come through these passes. So I may wipe out Estalia and get ready to mop up chaos before we start spreading out across the old world, and we will definitely eventually invade the chaos waste themselves. Hope y'all enjoyed. I will see you next time. HeirofCarthage, signing out. Name the Great Eagle Chicken Lord. I'll think about it if you all can remind me on the next one. See you then.